All right, welcome back to the TFT Galaxy Podcast, episode 14, where we high press on the news and the tactics of the club we love, the LA Galaxy. Today we're covering one single piece of news item, the heartbreaking, devastating, gut-wrenching, crushing, and season-altering news of the injury to Riqui Puig. I'm Eric.
I'm sad.
Yes.
Sad, Chris.
It
is not a Happy New Year. It's our first episode of 2026. I would say Happy New Year. It is not a Happy New Year at all.
Well, let's just say last episode, we were so excited.
We were.
It's like, I can't wait. I mean, the moves we're making, what we're doing, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And then, I don't know, I guess it would be Krampus had other ideas.
Yes, it would be. That's a good analogy. It's a good comparison.
And we got the news that Riqui Puig will miss all of this season due to a setback with his surgery. His ACL appears. We don't really have news on exactly what happened, exactly what the problem is. We just know that he had to have surgery again on the same knee, ACL. He will be out this entire season.
Yeah.
That is about the worst news you can have as a Galaxy fan.
Yeah, because like you said, we came into the end of last year after just not doing well. And then all these signings, all this speculation about, man, add all these guys and Riqui comes back and everything that could happen. And then this. That's
my first note I have on here, which was we were building a title challenging roster this year.
Yes.
Like, it was very clear that the Galaxy front office was saying, we're going for it. Ricky's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go get Hack. Let's get Glesnes. Let's shore up the defense. We're going for it. Yeah, that's done. Like, that trajectory is completely just destroyed, right?
Yeah, and the last domino that we talked about needing to fall was a striker. And that was it. Will Kuntz did so many things right, keeping all this stuff under wraps, not letting it get out that we were going to make these moves, and then all of a sudden this happens. So now we go, like we said, you go from a team that is title challenging to, okay, can we make the playoffs without Riqui?
Yeah, so on your screen, if you're watching right now, it says Riqui Puig undergoes successful knee surgery. That is not an article from last year. That is an article from last week.
Yeah.
And successful is, I don't know, in the eye of the beholder, because we were told he underwent successful knee surgery last year, which apparently was not true. So was it successful this time? Who knows? So I have a list of things I want to run by you first.
Okay.
And then we could get into maybe what the Galaxy might do, or we might get into it along with these questions. I just have this long rant. I didn't put it in the show notes because it is just like the ideas of a madman. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm just completely devastated. Not just for Galaxy and for my excitement for the season, but for Riqui Puig himself is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So here's my first note. The Galaxy cannot have another bad year like they did last year.
No.
Right? Greg Vanney, the players, the front office, I think the entire club is on the hot seat, right? They must do something or people are going to lose their jobs. Like, Greg Vanney's on the hot seat.
I was just about to say that. I think this is more of a Greg Vanney. This is now Greg Vanney coaching potentially for his job, because there's no take the Riqui reason out of it. There's no reason that we are as bad as last year when we say we got one of the best defenders. We got an MLS best 11 defender from Philadelphia. We got one of the best defenders, CDMs in Justin Hack, and we're shoring up that back line. We're shoring up the defense. Now
Even because we didn't have Rick last year, we don't have him this year. So I see what you're saying. We're stronger. Technically, we should be stronger this year than last year, right?
Oh yeah.
But what does that mean? I don't think mediocre is going to keep Greg Vanny's job.
No, I think if you miss the playoffs again, I don't think Vanny coaches 2027.
Right. So you have to imagine, one, how devastated Greg Vanny himself is, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he was probably like us. He was getting so excited with the moves, and Riqui Puig is coming back, and the face of the Galaxy, the talisman of everything we do. He's coming back, and we're strengthening our defense. Bam, it's gone.
Yeah.
So you got to imagine that Greg Vanny is very adamant with the front office. We have to do something.
Yeah.
Because it's his job. He cannot stay pat. It's his job.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the problem as I see it. And the reason I think we suffered last year. The team lacks dynamic and individual players who can change the rhythm and unbalanced teams. So let's just go over this.
Okay.
I'm going to go over Riqui Puig first of all. The things I think he brings that we lacked last year. Riqui Puig dribbles through lines and unbalances defenses.
Yes.
Right? He single-handedly will break that midfield line, and then we're running at the defense. He creates overloads in the channels with his passing and movement. So he doesn't stick in the middle. He floats on the back. He floats to the side, and eventually he creates these overloads where he's attacking with Paintsel on the left, or he's attacking with Peck on the right.
Yeah, he roams and he finds those little pockets of space that create those overloads, that create 2v1s, 3v2s, things like that.
Right. Or he did.
Yeah.
His vision unlocks defenses with his passing and his through balls and his balls over the top.
Yes.
He draws 2 or 3 players oftentimes, which unbalances the other team and leaves other people more open and more susceptible. And then he also drops in the back. He drops all the way in the back when we're having trouble building up. And he's able to do that, receive the ball from like the 2 center backs, build up, and then somehow end up on the overload on the right or end up on the overload on the left, drawing 2 people. He does all these at the same time. And in my opinion, this is exactly what the Galaxy were missing last year.
Yeah.
We were so predictable that teams just shut us down. There's no unpredictability. No one. Here's who I have of people that can bring this a little bit right now, but it's a tiny fraction of what Joseph Paintsel with his speed.
So these are people we have.
Yeah, Joseph Paintsel with his speed, right?
Yes.
He unbalances teams. I mean, his speed can change the game, and we still have him. Unfortunately, his speed needs to be coupled with someone who gives him the ball in the right space and the right time. But even single-handedly, he's able to run at defenses and kind of unbalance them.
Yeah.
So we do have some of it. Gabriel Peck is supposed to be this type of player. I think he had a rough year last year.
Yeah.
And didn't really bring a lot of, dynamic movement or the ability to pressure teams and unbalance them. And then I think the last guy I have really, and I think the reason why we love him so much is Mauricio Cuevas. With his work rate, his speed, and his aggressive runs and his crossing ability, has that dynamicism that when he's on the field, things just go wrong for the team. Like he finds himself in good pockets. He outworks somebody. He puts a good through ball in. He puts a good cross in.
Yeah,
but that's not enough, right?
No, and the fact that Cuevas does it from a deeper position to also create, especially going up against a winger who may not be great defensively, because they're out. If the opposite outside back is worried about, Peck or Paintsel on the outside, and now you have Cuevas coming in from deep, that's someone that needs to be looked after. And if it's not, Cuevas can punish you.
Yes. But that's not enough.
No.
That's still super predictable. Like, Paintsel's going to run at us. Duh. Peck is going to try to dribble, and he's got some speed. Okay, let's try to shut him down, which teams did last year already. Mauricio Cuevas, everyone knows about Mauricio Cuevas, right? These are all things that you can plan in training against.
Yeah.
Riqui Puig, you can't plan in training.
No.
I mean, he's going to dribble past you. He's going to create overloads. His vision's great. He's going to draw 2 or 3 players. These things are all going to happen, and you try to have to mitigate it as best you can, but he's going to cause problems for the other team. He's going to unbalance the other team.
Yeah.
And saying Royce is not this player either.
Not anymore.
No, he doesn't have the mobility or the fitness or the legs to do all these things. So he's not the answer. So my point is, I think if we stay pat, we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's worse than that, though, because in my opinion, the Galaxy can no longer count on the return of Riqui Puig, which is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 surgeries on the same knee, 2
Yeah,
years out of competitive play. What do you get when Riqui Puig returns? So I think if you're running a business and you're running a professional team, I think you basically have to say, like, whatever we get from Riqui from here on out is what we get. But we can no longer, I don't think the Galaxy can no longer say, well, let's just wait for Riqui and things. We don't know who Ricky's going to be when he returns.
That's a big one.
Right? You have no idea. He could be half the player he was, or he could come back 100%. But you can't bank anything on it.
No.
Like, essentially, which is sad, the Galaxy has got to move on in some respects, because if we want to win, we cannot wait around for Riqui Puig to return.
No. And we kind of didn't, because Galaxy put him on the season long injury list.
So I was looking at, I never saw, I have not seen, and the assumption is yes, of course, but I have not seen an official word that he's on the season. All the Galaxy released was he will return to the team for the 2027 season, which is kind of like, okay, a way of saying we place him on the season-ending injury list, but that hasn't officially come out. But we assume he did.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, of course, they're going to, I assume.
Yeah.
But, and maybe this is where it comes in. I heard some other like podcasts and people talking and people writing that Riqui Puig is irreplaceable. The things he brings, it cannot be replaced. I just don't think that's true, right? That's not true. There are players that do this.
Mm-hmm.
What is true is, can the Galaxy get the players that can do these things, right? So if you're saying he's irreplaceable because the Galaxy can't get those players, okay, right? We can't go get Odegaard, but Odegaard can do these things. Okay, I agree. But there are players that can do these things. So he is replaceable on some level. The question is, because this is out of the blue, do the Galaxy have a short list of players that they already knew about? Do they already have some like contacts? Do they already have they scouted possible number 10s who'd be willing to come over to the Galaxy? And then even if they have, are those players available in January?
Yeah. That's a very good point, because I'm sure Will Kuntz was aware to an extent of Ricky's recovery. So you can say that I don't know if Will Kuntz has something in the back of his mind where he said if it's a possibility, because I don't even know if anyone thought this was a possibility.
No, there's no way, right? Because first we've heard from the Galaxy that Riqui Puig wanted to play like that last game of MLS season.
Yeah.
That he was ready to go, and they were cautious and held him back. We've seen he's back in full training, and the Instagram account showing him training. They've run a Road to Recovery YouTube series. There's no way they saw this coming.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you have contingency plans because that's smart business, or were you just like, well, I mean, because at some sense you had to be worried what Riqui you were going to get this year. Coming back from an injury, you never know, right? So was there enough worry for them to think, well, let's look at some other players? Or did we put everything? This is devastating, because I have a feeling we put a lot of things on Riqui for this season. He's the face of the club.
Yeah.
So he can no longer be the face of the club. So now who's the face of LA Galaxy? Who's going to replace Riqui Puig? How are you going to replace him in January? It's a nightmare, right? who's available in January? I mean, we could go over some names and we might throw some out there, but
Yeah.
the key usually is in January, you overpay for everybody. Do you think if the Galaxy goes to, it doesn't matter, I'm not even going to name a name. They go to a big club with a pretty good 10, maybe he's on the outs, maybe he's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that team's not going like, well, we saw the news, we know the Galaxy's hard up, right? They need this guy. So no, we're not going to release him. There's going to be a $5 million transfer fee because we know how desperate you are. I mean, we're going to overpay for whatever we do. And then let's not. The Galaxy is also kind of a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So putting Riqui Puig on the season-ending injury list frees up your cap space, but you're still got to pay Riqui Puig.
Yeah.
So this is millions of dollars in unforeseen spending that the Galaxy must do, or it depends who you are. We think they must do it. I'm sure Greg Vanney thinks they must do it, but does Phil and Schultz think they must do it? You know,
Yeah.
This is out of the blue. Hey, we need, who knows? We need $5 million more.
Yeah.
That we weren't planning on doing. And Phil and Schultz could be like, no, right? This is also a business for me. I can't just spend.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that problem too. But it gets worse, Chris.
How's it get worse?
Who do you sign? If you sign a DP, you have 4 DPs now, which everyone's like, okay, well, that's okay. They might change the roster rules. If you are signing someone and banking on the fact that the roster rules change to help you in a year, that is the worst business practice ever.
No, that's hopes and dreams.
Right.
That's not a plan.
So, but you really don't have a choice. So now you're saying we go sign a DP, and then we have to get rid of Peck or Paintsel, or Riqui Puig doesn't return again, or this new guy doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets worse because you're signing a Riqui Puig replacement. So now you have 4 DPs, and 2 of them fill the same exact role.
Yeah, it's just a giant domino effect, and they aren't fun dominoes.
No, and the Galaxy is in the worst spot it could be in right now. I don't know what I have no idea what they're going to do.
No, with this whole thing, Will Kuntz is definitely going to earn his money. This is where Will Kuntz earns his paycheck.
Everyone is going to earn their money this year.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'll throw this out there too. In terms of getting a player and gauging their success in MLS coming from outside, I think defender's the easiest. Attacker is very difficult because things change, the team chemistry changes, systems change, tactics change, the league is different.
Uh-huh.
And I think the highest of that is creative is the worst predictor. How do a creative player is very difficult to predict. Is that going to translate to him being successful on the LA Galaxy because he's successful over here and he's a creative player?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have those players. He's got Peck, Paintsel. He's got different midfielders roaming around him. He's got a different system under Greg Vanney. He's playing in a different league.
Yeah.
These are not, you could go get anybody and it's not a guarantee.
No, this is not a guarantee for anything.
Right.
And yeah, it's one of those things, like you said, you sign someone that is a potential Riqui replacement. Say Riqui comes back 2027 and he's ready, good to go. What do you do? You gotta, again, someone's gotta leave.
So
the way everything is structured now, someone
has to leave.
Yeah.
Right? Someone would have to leave. You would assume that would be Peck because he would be the easiest to move. Other teams would be interested in Peck, right?
Yeah.
So he would be the easiest to move. But I mean, do you think Peck doesn't know that? If we know it, Peck knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Peck's in a bad spot too. It's just a bad spot. It's just so I see 2 options of doing this, and I don't know, 3 options, I guess. I'm going to give you 3 options, and I want you to go over all of them and say which one you would do.
Okay.
Or grade how good or bad they are. A, Option A, you replace Riqui. You go out and get a creative number 10, 1-for-1, as close as you can, replacement for Riqui Puig. 2, you go get it like an attacking midfielder that's more versatile. He can play on the wing. He can play as an 8. He can play as a 10. He's going to play as a 10 this year, but you try to cover more bases so that you're more you have more options going forward if Riqui returns and when Riqui returns. Or 2, screw midfield. Let's go get a DP forward and try to attack it that way. And we're going to try to, I don't know what we're going to do at number 10. We're going to shore it up with a U22 spot, or Winder solidifies there, or you just kind of plug, you got a hole to fill.
Yeah.
But you're going to go a roundabout way, which again kind of future-proofs you, because then you have 4 DPs, but they all play different positions. So you don't have that overlap. Well, let's just go with your favorite first. Which one of those would you like to see the Galaxy do? I mean, they're all bad.
Yes, they are all bad because just of how much we love Riqui and how much he came in and just put the team on his back and said, "Don't worry, guys, we can do this. We can do this. Let's go. I got this."
Right.
And so
it wasn't just his ability; it was also his presence.
Yeah,
on the field.
Yeah, and so when you think about replacing him, and you think about, okay, number one, this day was going to come, but we didn't think it was going to come right now. It's like, okay, Riqui was going to, if Riqui got better and better and better, a team would come in with some crazy transfer fee or something like that, and he would go back off to Europe somewhere.
Yeah, I think that was always a possibility.
Yeah, and we'd say, hey, he did an amazing job for us and everything. This is just so hard to swallow. So thinking about replacing him just because of injury, that's difficult. So I would say that would be the last option.
The 1-to-1 replacement.
The one-to-one replacement DP. No, would be my bottom, like the last option you would do.
Okay. So versatile attacking midfielder or forward striker.
I think priority number one is Will Kuntz. You got to kind of stick with the plan. You got to go with your striker.
It might have changed. What if the plan was a U22 forward? And yeah, we had a good idea.
Yeah,
but now we can sign any forward we want.
Yeah, that may have been the plan. May have been, Riqui comes back, Christian Ramirez is there, and we get a younger guy who can develop a little bit and everything. Right. That may have been the plan all along. And would I have liked that plan? No. But if Will Kuntz said, this is what we're doing, and we're doing this because we see this as a long-term thing and the development could be there, okay, I can get behind it because he at least is, he has conviction and says this is the direction we're going. But now I think you got to go with, but I think it's striker first. Oh, and then you kind of fill that spot because, like you said, because towards the end of the year, Elijah Winder came in and showed that he can play in that spot. Marco Reus always can play that spot, and out of everybody we have who plays the central midfield, he's kind of the only one who is a true out and out 10.
Who? Royce?
Marco Reus on the roster right now.
Marco Reus is not going to last 34 games.
No, you're absolutely right. He's not.
And he's not mobile enough.
No.
If we go with Marco Reus, my problem would be what I said earlier is the Galaxy becomes predictable again.
Yeah.
Very predictable, at least in the build-up through the middle third. You could add a forward, and maybe that forward adds some attacking flair in that final third, or maybe he can do something, and get behind defenses. But as far as like Vanny Ball and that build-up, we still are very, very predictable. Mm-hmm. If our answer is Royce, or if the answer is worse than Royce, and it's let's re-sign Fagundes now,
I don't think they're going to
put Fagundes at the 10. I could see that happening. I could totally see that happening. I think right now, it's like one of those I don't even know, like one of those movies, man. Like someone just hit the button at Galaxy. Everyone just going, everyone just running everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Sign this guy. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
like I think it's chaos over there right now. In the worst, I mean, the team's going to report for camp probably in the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
And now the entire thing has been thrown. It's just been thrown the biggest curveball you could possibly throw.
Yeah.
So
It's tough, but you know, I would go with strength in that front line, because even last year without Riqui, when we're watching games, there are plenty of opportunities that we got where Riqui obviously not there to create them, but they're still being created because
towards the end, yes.
Yeah. Well, even at the beginning of the year, and I'm going to use this one as an example because now we should have won this game. It was when we played St. Louis, the second game of the year. And I cannot tell you how many opportunities we had at the beginning of that game where we just missed or clanged it off the post, or Berkey made a great save. And then we gave them a couple of opportunities in the back, and they took it. So that shows, even in the run of 16 games that was not good, it still showed that at times in there, it may not have been as many if Riqui was the one pulling the strings, but you're still going to get opportunities. These are still professional players. These are still guys that can do their job. They can do their job very well, and they showed that. So now if you know, okay, those opportunities are going to come, we know that the opportunities given to the other team are going to be fewer. And now we just need someone who can maybe put those opportunities away.
I don't know. If I was Greg Vanney and in charge of this team, that sounds an awful lot like last year to me. And if I was Will Kuntz and I was in charge of players and contracts, I would say, I don't know, that sounds an awful lot like last year to me.
But we didn't have a DP forward.
Correct. Okay. That is correct. That is true. And we have Glesnes and Hack now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the question becomes, cool, what DP forward is available in January right now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I don't either. But
so one player that that I thought right away, I was like, oh, this might trigger this is Christian Espinoza from San Jose. Was like the premier free agent in MLS.
Mm-hmm.
He plays winger. I mean, he plays an attacking position, maybe the 10, maybe he can do it. I thought, oh, Galaxy are going to go get him. It's the easiest solution. Like, bam, he's an MLS, boom. Well, he just signed for Nashville.
Yeah.
So he's gone. I thought that might be an option, like a real quick fix, like, okay. And I don't know how big a fan Vanney is of it. Well, I know he's not. He's not a fan of it. But at this point, I think he might be on the Chris train and say, well, let's go get a winger and put Paintsel up top because wingers are a lot easier to come by than a true DP forward. And so if we go get Christian Espinoza and we put him out wide and we put Paintsel up top, that solves some problems.
Yeah.
And fill that 10 like that we're talking about. Well, that's not happening. I don't know, man. I mean, okay, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's so many things going through my head right now, and they're all bad. So I don't even know what to say except like, in order to solve this problem, it's unsolvable. But in order to solve it, in order to even talk about it realistically, we need to know who the Galaxy know.
Yeah.
Who have they scouted? What's their scouting network look like? We do know one thing. We do know that players talk.
Mm-hmm.
And we do know that Marco Royce knows a whole lot of people.
Marco Royce does know a lot of people.
So I could see Marco Royce getting somebody over here.
He could be a big reason somebody comes over. And just looking at players who are, yes, they may be a little older, prime Probably not. But are they still really good? Yes. And I think I think I know where you're going with this, and I think you and I talked about this as a potential. Mario Götze is out of contract in June. Right now, he's, I think, Eintracht Frankfurt value him around the 3.5 million euro mark. That could definitely be something. But again, it's not a Riqui replacement, but it's someone who is attack-minded, creative like that.
Yeah, he's versatile. He can play on the wing. He can play in the middle.
Yep, he can play on the wing, can play in the middle. So it's possible. You know, there would be an immediate connection because of the bromance he has with Marco Reus.
Right. This one I can see happening just because of the contract situation and maybe the Royce connection. I mean, this is complete speculation. There's no information on this at all, but this is just us speculating. I kind of like that move. Mm-hmm. Another move article here on MLS Soccer. What's the article called? 4 potential transfer targets for MLS teams. So, of course, you're going to see Mohamed Salah. Do you think the Galaxy can pull off a Salah? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, we know he's not with Liverpool right now. He's in AFCON, African Cup of Nations. He's been very, very, very vocal about how unhappy he is at Liverpool and with the decisions that are being made there. So, maybe.
My thing with, obviously, with Mohamed Salah, it would be a giant step down from where he is right now. And I by no means am I a Liverpool fan, but you could look at many of the top clubs in Europe, and I'm talking like top, not just, we're in the top, 4 or something like this. We're talking teams that could win the Champions League this year. Go, hey, you're unhappy? Like, we'll take you.
Yeah,
there are plenty of those.
Oh, yeah. And I think the problem, though, with the Salah thing is I think Saudi is going to offer him bags of money.
Yeah, but I think...
But it's just a question of does he want to play in the Saudi league or not?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think he enjoys playing European football and being in a Champions League environment and things like that. I don't think he would take a Saudi.
I don't see him coming to Galaxy.
Thing. No.
Here's someone I can see coming to Galaxy now. Mm-hmm. We talked about it, and we said we didn't rate it very high because of the situation the Galaxy were in. But now Robert Lewandowski, I can see the Galaxy going and saying, okay, this is a guy who's going out of contract. He's looking to move. He's 37. He kind of fits the bill of like a short-term solution for DP money. He fills the number 9 spot. I can see this happening. I'm not sure how I'd feel about it now because I really liked it when Puig was pulling the strings and able to feed Lewandowski. But I could see this happening. This is another thing I could definitely see happening is Lewandowski coming to LA Galaxy now.
Yeah.
Here's a great one. Bernardo Silva would be a good move. He can play the 8-10. He's played both for City. Mm-hmm. Of course, NYCFC and City have a great relationship. They're owned by the same.
They're owned by the City Group. So
yeah, they're owned by the City Group. So if anything, you would imagine Silva would be offered to NYCFC, but you never know. He's going to come for a lot of money, I assume.
I also think he has way too much to offer that a European team could look at and say, is he a little bit older now? Yes. But if you see him playing for City now, you still look and you go, holy cow, this is still the same Bernardo Silva that you're getting. You're just getting him maybe half a step slower. Mm-hmm. Other than that, same thing with the Mo Salah thing. There's a top club in Europe that says, hey, we need someone to fill his spot. And whether he's going to be a day in, day out player or he's going to play 2 of 3 games or whatever, easily.
Yeah, he's only 31. So,
no,
he's got some years left in him.
I don't think Bernardo Silva goes
in this
anywhere.
article right here, under Silva, it mentions Luka Modric, which has been rumored to become an MLS for year after year after year.
He's playing too well at AC Milan.
right? I mean,
Even at 40.
it would be a great move if he was not playing, right?
Yeah.
And then Serge Gnabry, there's no way. Come on.
No.
Serge Gnabry's a starter at Bayern.
Bayern.
And this is not, I don't know what this is. Even he says this is wishful thinking on my part. Serge Gnabry's not coming. I mean, I don't know. We have MLS free agents here, the top 5 MLS free agents right now. Gaston Brugman is not a solution. Fafa Picoult is not a solution, older, and he's a winger. I mean, I guess he wouldn't be DP money, but, is he 40 years old now? He's 34.
But that would fall into the, if you're going to bring him in, that would mean.
You could bring him in, put Paintsel up top, and spend on a 10.
Yeah.
It's possible. He's out there. Well, I mean, Philadelphia appears to be getting rid of everybody, including their DP forward. So Danish forward Mikel Ure, he's leaving, and he'd be a DP. He scored. He had 6 goals and 6 assists in 1,325 minutes. It's pretty good. But I don't know who he is. Here we go. Number 2, the man Diego Fagundes. If the Galaxy, I will say this, and I think this would be true. If the Galaxy re-signed Diego Fagundes at this point, they are in pure and utter panic mode.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that shows the plan very much appeared Diego Fagundes is not coming back. If they go back to him now, it's just because we're in panic mode.
Yeah.
And then Christian Espinoza, number 1. And he's gone. He's in Nashville.
So this is...
So this is a little older. This was from this weekend, and Christian Espinoza just moved early this week.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have so many thoughts and feelings. Griezmann has been reported to be coming to MLS many times.
Yeah, but I think he's happy at Atletico. Atletico's happy with him. Yeah, he was back when LAFC were going through their French Revolution.
His contract was up before, but he resigned.
Yeah, and LAFC were going through their French Revolution with Hugo Lloris and Olivier Giroud, and they thought, well, it'd be great if you had just had another Frenchman in Antoine Griezmann. But I think everybody at Atletico is very content with him being there, and he likes it under Diego Simeone.
Okay, so the only rumor we had. And it is a tenuous rumor. I don't know. Some guy said it on the street somewhere, and some guy wrote it up. Galaxy rumored to be talking to Casemiro.
But now you don't need it. You don't need his type of play.
You don't think he could, because he's good enough, just slot in at the 10?
No. He's not.
You've seen him play a lot more than I have.
He's not that player. Even in his prime. When he was winning Champions League,
he was never that player.
He was never
that player over there. But is he good enough to do it at the Galaxy?
In terms of skill, absolutely. But he's not that because of his age and everything. And he played behind all the creative guys.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just not how it is. And now you're asking him to do something completely different. I don't think that's a good solution.
How about this? This isn't even on our show notes. I forgot about this one. I think we talked about it earlier, but we were linked earlier in preseason with Zendejas, the U.S. national team player, an attacking midfielder. He's playing for, is he at America? It's America, right?
I think when we looked at it, yeah, something like that.
I think is that, who did we play this year?
Club America.
Yeah, he was on the field, I think. So he's at Club America. That's pretty local. He's a U.S. player.
Yeah, you could get him for less than DP money.
I think he'd be DP.
You think he would?
I think he'd be DP.
Okay.
But I think he could also play. He can play that 10 position, I think. He can play out wide. He's done pretty well with the national team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so local. It's such an easy move. He understands the culture. He understands the U.S. It's an easy fit.
It is.
So
that's
something I could see happening. I would rate that as very high in terms of, that's probably the best rumor.
In terms of fit.
Yeah. And the fact that we were already kind of linked to him.
Yeah.
As far as, I don't know, we have some names here, but like I think who would be a great fit, but I'm an Arsenal guy and actually a Fulham guy because every time I go to London, I have to go to a Fulham game. I got to go to Craven Cottage.
That makes two of us.
So that just makes me a Fulham fan. But ESR, Emil Smith-Rowe, doesn't play a whole lot of minutes for Fulham. He doesn't start. He plays, but he doesn't start a lot. He can play the 10, and he can play out wide. He's very much that creative type player.
You just have to try and convince him to give up Premier League.
I don't think you can convince him, but
yeah,
it'd be great if you could.
It would be a very big ask.
Right. So the other thing, in terms of likelihood, I think, as we were talking earlier in the week, you think, are there any U.S. national team players that are kind of on the outs? Well, one came up today in an article.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know who you're talking about, but I also was going to call you out for who you suggested.
Wait,
hold on. We'll wait.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
wait.
I don't remember who it was.
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a dream.
Hold on. Go to your article first.
I don't even have the article here.
Okay. But who was it?
Out of contract this year is Weston McKennie. And according to all reports, Juventus is not interested in re-upping his contract.
I did see that.
That would be a pretty dang good fit. He can play the 10.
He can.
He can play the 8. He can play the 6. I mean, he can play all through midfield.
Yeah, the 10 is not his natural. No, he's more of a 6'8", but it could be possible.
He's versatile, man. He can play out wide.
He is very versatile,
and it appears he's on the outs.
Not appears. Juve literally came out and said we're not re-signing him.
I mean, dang, if I'm Galaxy, I'm making that call. I mean, who knows? I mean, what if he says, yeah, I'm interested? I mean, you make that call. He's on the outs. It's January. He's not going to be renewed.
Yeah, I also
let's do it.
Go and if you wouldn't have to pay a transfer fee for him. All you would have to do is agree personal terms.
Well, he's American too. He doesn't take an international spot either.
Yeah, that'd be good. My only thing is, I think enough teams in a potential European fight you'd have
to sell him on a project. Yeah. He's not coming because he has no options. He's going to have options.
Yeah,
but I don't know where McKinney's at in terms of his interest. I don't know, but like if I'm Will Kuntz, I'm making that call. I mean, he could say no, but I'm making that call. Mm-hmm. We have.
Well, hold on. You tried to sell.
Wait. I didn't say like this is going to happen or this could even possibly. I'm just saying, hey, you got a dream, right? Yeah. You have a nightmare with the Riqui Puig thing. Can we have a dream? Can we have some hope?
Yeah, I almost had to hit you to be like, this is reality, right?
In a world, I have heard this from none other than Landon Donovan, one of my heroes. It has also said this is something he sees not now, but this is something he could see at some point happening and would love to happen.
Yeah, how old is he gonna have to be? 38.
Well, you don't know.
Okay,
man.
hold on. First,
what if Daddy Schultz has $100 million right now and he calls Christian?
Hold on. So the dream that you tried to bring up as the dream is, you said, U.S. World Cup, Galaxy need a 10. How great would it be if we pull in Christian Pulisic?
Now stop right there, listeners. How great would that be? That's the question I asked, and you all right now are saying that would be better than great. I'm not a wordsmith, but there are words that mean better than great, and that's what this would be. That was my point.
Yes. And then at that point is the time where I almost looked at you and almost hit me like, hey, like wake up.
This a man can reality. Dream.
You can dream.
Okay. Man can dream.
Christian Pulisic is probably the best player at AC Milan right now. One of the top 3 in Serie A, one of the top 15 players in Europe.
But does he want to be the best player in MLS? That's what I would tell him.
I think he wants another Champions League trophy, and he's not going to get that playing here.
How about a Champions Cup trophy? Okay, let's go to more possible things, because I think this is another possible one.
Come out of dreamland.
I mean, if you want to, if the Galaxy want to hire me and just like, because I got some good ideas, because I think Yunus Musa is a possibility as well.
That I like, but again, you're also going to have to convince AC Milan to sell him to you.
Yeah, but he's not a key player for them.
Not at the moment. He's on loan at Atalanta.
Yeah, so...
But again, he could.
I think a lot of these clubs too, because I think this is the way a lot of these big clubs work, right? Milan, Arsenal, United, and even to even the Galaxy. If a player expresses interest in changing their career because they think it's better for them, clubs usually go along with it because you want to be known as a club that works with players. Mm-hmm. You want people saying, "Hey, come to Arsenal or come to Milan or come to United," because they really take care of you. And if things go wrong, they'll facilitate your next move to where it is you want to go. Right? So
yeah.
I can see Milan being a club where if Musa says, "Hey, I know what's going on. I don't know what your plans are for me, but this would be great for my career." I could see Milan saying, "Okay, well, let's have a conversation with Galaxy and let's see."
Well, and that could be really interesting because you know who at the beginning of this Serie A season stepped in to Milan as, I don't know if it's like a special consultant or I don't know if it's like I don't think he's a technical director, but a consultant to the chairman or something is Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
He loves well, I don't know.
I don't know how much he loves it, but at least there's a connection there. If an older player from Milan is expressing interest in maybe moving abroad,
I can't see Zlatan working for anybody because he only cares about himself. So how would he ever put anyone's interests above himself? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, he loves AC Milan. He played for all three of the top Italian teams, and for some reason he has an AC Milan connection that is greater than his Inter and his Juve connection. But I mean, if say Yunus Musa is the Luka Modric replacement, and Luka doesn't want to stop playing at 41 years old, and Zlatan just goes, "Hey, LA is nice." The weather
everyone knows LA is nice.
Oh,
that's one of the things we got going for us. Those are the three. Okay, those are the three most likely I see, because I think you could pull the Zendejas thing off. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a pretty strong chance.
Well, like you said,
as far as chances go, I don't mean like, hey, it might happen. I'm just saying, in terms of Christian Pulisic and ESR versus Zendejas is a pretty strong possibility.
Yeah. Well, and like you said with Weston McKennie, all three of these guys, because they are US players, don't take up an international spot.
Right.
Which could be helpful.
Will 100% be helpful
in a longer run.
Yeah.
Also.
And they're easier fits, right? Especially Zendejas because he lives here. I mean, Musa lived here. I mean, they were all Americans. They weren't like foreign Americans.
Weston played in the MLS. Weston's already played in the MLS.
Yeah,
and went overseas. I don't think Yunus Musa has an MLS connection.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so
because I think he was in.
It was in Arsenal's academy.
Yeah, for a while he even played.
As a kid, yeah.
He even played youth international for England.
Yeah.
So I think he's the only one out of the three that doesn't have a connection
but they're
to
all,
the US.
They're all good fits in the sense that they understand American culture. They understand the MLS sphere because they have friends that play in MLS. Yeah. They understand all that. You know, you get someone like Götze. Okay, he's good, but he could have some issues in adapting to the culture, to the lifestyle, to the travel, to all kinds of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think I would be pretty dang excited if we pulled off the Zendejas thing because I just think it's such a good move. He's already playing in Liga MX, so it's like the same kind of style, same kind of athleticism, same kind of passion. He's really close. Doesn't have to move very far. I think that'd be and it answers, it does fill a lot of holes. Mm-hmm. You still need a forward because Zendejas cannot play forward, but he can score goals. He can assist goals. He can play on the wing. He can play at the 10. He's at the right point in his career. He's trying to make the World Cup team, so he's going to be pushing. So I really like that move.
Oh, I forgot to look at one contract. Darn.
Whose contract?
I forgot to look at Cristiano Ronaldo's contract to see if it was possible.
Well, they want him gone. The Saudi club wants him out.
Do they?
Oh yeah, the fans
did
are
not.
the fans are in a little bit of unrest over. He's doing some funky things over there. But
Could you imagine?
I don't know. I don't know if I want him. Man.
This is my time in dreamland.
I don't know if I want him, man.
Oh, I would.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. He's whatever. I haven't watched the. If you look at some of the videos that they're posting, he looks terrible. Of course, just like you can make a highlight reel, you can make a
low light reel too.
You can make a low light reel real easy. So you have to watch the games to see. But if the Galaxy wanted to pull something off, I mean, if I'm Will Coates, I'm making all these calls. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
I mean, you're making every one of these calls, and maybe something falls in your lap. I mean, maybe you do call Weston McKennie, and it just falls in your lap. Like, hey, I heard the news, and I was kind of thinking the same thing. But you never know, man. So
you could potentially even convince. Now, I don't know if you could do that. That might be stretching it a little too far. Stretching it to you convince, hey, forego your last 6 months and like get over here for camp. But again, Weston McKennie is playing with Juve in the Champions League. I don't think if this is, I don't think this would be his last hurrah in the Champions League.
It would be difficult. But in the more likely scenario, what's happening right now is Will Kuntz is picking the phone up and a lot of doors are shutting right now, which is what scares me and should scare you as a Galaxy fan is there are not a lot of options here. And
you got to come up with something.
But the unfortunate thing is you're gonna knock on all these doors and only a couple are gonna be available to you. And they might not be the ones you wanted, but you're kind of stuck, man. And that's a terrible spot to be in because you're not really building a roster now. You're in triage mode. You're trying to just hold the line and fill some holes that you just have because you can't go into the season the way we are.
You're trying to fix a bullet hole with a Band-Aid.
Right. And it's just like, and the only way Galaxy get out of this clean, is one of those doors opens and it's like, if the Zendejas door is there, I think that answers a whole lot. Yeah. A whole lot. I mean, I think that's one of the best things that can happen for the Galaxy is to go get someone like Zendejas. But I don't know, man.
Well, let's look at it. Last point I want to make, and then I want to move on to something real quick, is let's look at this from a positive standpoint.
Oh, there's a positive standpoint. Okay. Let me know about it.
I'm gonna look at it right here, right? So Will Kuntz, out of necessity now, has to make these phone calls. And he's got to talk to all these players. Mm-hmm. And if, say he makes a call to somewhere and one thing doesn't, but, someone gets off the phone and it's like, someone hears about a spot being open, you go, that sounds interesting. Then someone who he wasn't even thinking of calls him or finds a way to get a hold of him.
People might be calling him right now.
It could be.
We know you're looking for a 10 and we got one because we're looking to offload like the Galaxy's going to do next year because we're going to have 4 DPs. We're going to be calling all kinds of people.
Yeah, or you have players' agents who are like, hey, you know what? You're not getting a lot of time, not being renewed, unhappy with the situation.
The main problem to all of this though is it's January, and so they're not out of contract yet. There's a little finagling to do, not just with the player, not just with the agent, but with the club now too.
Yeah, and again, out of the two of us, you've known me long enough that I usually go negative, and then I got to see the positive. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf in 2026.
Oh wow!
Trying to turn over a new leaf in 2026. So
well, it's not working on me because I still feel like crap, Chris.
Okay. Well, hey, it's a start. It's a start.
Okay.
Okay. So the one thing I want to get into is obviously all this is not fun with Riqui.
None of this is fun
with Riqui not coming back.
It's worse than not fun.
But you know what we got to do? In a couple weeks, about 4 or 5 weeks, we have to step on and we have to play a game.
Yes.
So to step on and play a game, we got to field a team of 11.
Do we have to put a number 10 out there?
Yes, we do.
Dang. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, right now, the Galaxy roster as it stands, if they were going to step on and play an 11, I think obviously Mitrovic would be your starting goalkeeper.
Yep. I have the roster right here.
Perfect. So Mitrovic starts in goal. You have Glesnes starting center back. Okay. you got to start Garces next to him.
I think you have to.
Yep. And I think we're on the same page here because of what comes up higher up the field. Like Cuevas is going to start your right back.
You wish.
Well, right now he is still a Galaxy player. No, right now.
I don't think he starts over Yamane.
I think he does.
Okay.
I think after last year with Yamane not playing as well and Cuevas just all sorts of production,
sure,
you have to. The Aude Nelson thing, you slot one in there. Nelson was getting more time with Aude coming in off the bench.
Aude also was coming in at like midfield sometimes. Left mid.
Yeah. But again, as of right now, I think one of those two will be your starting left back.
Yep.
Obviously. And I think Nelson may be slightly favored.
I think so too.
There is no Edwin Cerrillo to start game 1 of the MLS season. So that spot will probably go to Justin Hack.
Maybe. We have no idea how the Galaxy are thinking of Justin Hack, but it's a good possibility.
Okay. So good possibility that happens because you can have Glesnes, Garces, Justin Hack on the field in the middle at the same time.
Yep, down the core right there.
Yep. Then I think you go with Elijah Winder.
I agree.
Okay. To start the year, Marco Roy starts at the 10.
Have to at this point.
Yep. Peck on the right, Paintsel on the left, Christian Ramirez up top.
Mm-hmm.
That's if we had to step on to Champions Cup tomorrow, I think that's where you go. So and you know what? I'm not with how it is right now. I'm not terribly upset about that.
I am. I'm turning over a new leaf, Chris. In 2026, I'm going to be the negative one, and you're going to be the positive one.
Okay.
I definitely like and as I've said before, I'm a defensive minded player, coach, and fan. I love everything that's happening in our defensive unit there. I don't see Christian Ramirez and Royce, along with Peck and Paintsel, scoring a whole lot of goals.
Well, again, I'm just saying if we have to step on and play one game tomorrow, and
we're gonna have to.
But there's a lot of stuff that goes along with that of just, hey guys, we've solidified the back. Glesnes, Garces, Justin Hack, with Nelson and Cuevas go, guys, we got the back.
Well, there's something to be said for that, right? Do you think solidifying the back? Well, we know it will, but the question is, how much an effect will it have up the field?
I think
if our back is much stronger,
I think it takes a lot of stress off Greg Vanney now. Now if he doesn't have to worry about we're giving up goals and we can't score them. Now if it's just, you're going to give up goals. That's just the way the game works. But
the unit's strong enough now. We can really focus on our attacking movement or attacking patterns.
Yeah. Now you figure out the combination, the right attacking combination to that would work best.
There's going to be some growing pains in the defense as well this year, I feel like, just because you have right now, you have Hack, Glesnes, Yoshida, and Garces, right? And there's going to be some amount of time that Vanney has to figure out what the best center back partnership is, right? So there's going to be some growing pains there or some instability, I guess I should say. Or, could it be as extreme as Vanney with that group of people goes 3 in the back because he's got 3 center backs?
Yeah.
There's going to be some instability, I think, at the start of the season because of the personnel he's got. It's a good, but like we said earlier, it's a good problem to have, right?
Yes.
But I don't think it's as cut and dry as like, this is what we're going to do and that's who's going to start. I think we can predict that. But obviously, Vanney has to figure that out. Vanney has to figure out, is it Hack? It might end up being like Hack and Garces are the best partnership. They just partner better.
Yeah.
Right? And
we don't know.
Glesnes might be on the out, or Glesnes might play right back, or we might go to a 3-back, or or Garces could find himself out. It could be Hack and Glesnes are so good as a partnership.
Yeah, or Garces finds himself as an outside back.
Right. There's a lot of things that can happen there. But they're all good problems to have. And I think that might like we said, buffer us a little bit to attack a little bit more. Maybe be on the front foot a little bit more because we're not putting fires out so much.
Yeah.
But I still don't like that attack. I mean, the Galaxy going to do something. It's just a matter of how much do they do.
Yeah.
How far are the Galaxy willing to go? And all the problems we talked about, what are they going to do? Are they replacing Riqui? Are they going for a forward? Are they going to get something more versatile? And even when they make that decision, do they have options at that decision? Like we just talked about, when they knock on those doors, if they decide to go with a forward, is anyone willing to listen right now?
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to go spend $5 million a year for 5 years on a forward who you didn't even really want.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta know
Right?
that whatever direction you go in terms of that, it's something that you want to do, and it's something that you've planned out for.
Right. But it's hard because you're at a point where you didn't plan this, right? So you're in plan mode now, but you're trying to save this year, but you're also trying to make sure the Galaxy are okay going forward.
Yeah.
And those two things aren't the same right now.
No.
Saving this year is a very different problem than making sure the Galaxy are okay in 2-3 years. It's a very, very different problem.
Mm-hmm.
And finding the solution that kind of fits both those is damn near impossible, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the Galaxy do and which direction they go. I will say, I think if you see Fagundes sign, that's a bad omen for the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That to me means we knocked on some doors, they're all closed. There's nothing we can really do, and the best we can do right now is to re-sign Fagundes and hope that our investment in our back line pays dividends this year.
Yeah.
That would be bad. Besides that, I think you might see a pretty big signing at forward or center mid. I don't know. A lot of answers, a lot of questions and not a lot of answers is what I meant to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Vanny probably is getting no sleep.
No.
And I don't care what you think about Vanny, if you like him or you don't. I feel bad for him right now, the situation he's been put in. I feel bad for our president. How do I forget his name in the middle of everything all the time? Will Kuntz has gone from, hey, you did a good job and we're looking good, to holy cow, all hands on deck. Like, yeah. I mean, he's now working probably 20 hours a day where he was a pretty happy person a week ago.
Yeah.
So I feel really bad for him. I feel bad for the players because a lot of the players rely on Riqui Puig to be successful and to be the face of the team. I feel bad for the club. I feel bad for the fans. And most of all, I feel bad for Riqui Puig.
Yeah.
So prayers with Riqui Puig.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he can stay positive, and I hope he can make a full recovery. And I hope it's with the Galaxy, and I hope he plays many years with the Galaxy, and we look back at this episode and we go, man, remember that bad time? Yeah. And then we won 3 titles with them, and that's what I wish the most. I wish that for Riqui Puig so much, and for the Galaxy fans, and for the organization, and for all of us. I really hope that, but time will tell. And
that's all we can do right now.
That's all we can do is support each other, pray for each other, be with each other. Support this team. I will say that. I'm a big proponent of that. No one saw this coming.
Wrap your arm.
And even if we start bad, I'm telling you, even if we start bad, support this team right now, please. Right? They need our support. It goes a long way in the stands to support your team. And hopefully we can get through this.
Yep. Wrap your arm around a fellow Galaxy fan. Stand together.
Yeah, exactly. Right after this episode, Chris and I are just going to hug for about 3 minutes. We're just gonna hold each other and work our way through this. So, well, I would say it's nice having you here, but it's not because no one wants to be here at this point in time. But we're glad in this terrible time we're here together. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Send us an email if you have anything bigger to send us. finalthirdgalaxypodcast@gmail.com. And maybe next week, we'll, time heals all wounds. We'll be a little bit better. We won't be as scarred, and maybe we'll have some good news. Hopefully. Maybe Zendejas will be a player.
Maybe someone will be a player.
Maybe Christian Pulisic will be in here, and we can dream. We can dream, right? So, all right. Well, that's it for this week, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. I'm Eric.
And Chris.
And we'll catch you guys all next week.
Thanks, guys.